Game. We've got the skipper here, Jared Von Rosenberg, and you brought a guest with you.
Yep, got my daughter Ava here.
Say hi to everybody, Ava.
Hi.
You wave at the camera. Yay! There we go. Good stuff. What a game, Coach. Win by 2. Great crowd here for your men's opener tonight, and they helped carry your Cats all the way through to a 2-point dub.
Yeah, again, we talked about it earlier. Besides the turnovers, I thought we played a really just solid game. 8 block shots, going back to, kind of how we finally took a week and some games, but they didn't get a lot of point-blank shots at the rim. They did shoot the ball incredibly well. I think 3 or 4 of those were defensive rotation mess-ups, but they still got to make the shot, and to shoot 8 for 13, they had us on the ropes. Our defense in the last 5 minutes is the reason we won.
And there's no thing that would make you happier than to win a game because of the defensive effort, right?
Absolutely, and I'm looking at it now. I guess we went on an 11-point run in the last 3:56. But it was stop after stop. Then we either got to the foul line or made a shot. But we kept getting stops. Obviously, you hold the team to 40%, and you rebound the ball well. We gave up some offensive rebounds, but a lot of those shots at the rim, offensive rebounds, they missed the next shot because we had bodies down there doing what they're supposed to do. I knew it was going to be a tough game. I thought it was going to be hard for us to win if we turned the ball over like that, but we were able to find a way.
All right, you end up with 4 guys in double digits. But how about Khalik Abdul-Mateen, his last home opener, and he comes out and drains 4 3-pointers right away, and he was just butt right up against personal bests for the whole night.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed that in the flow throughout after he got so hot. We don't have a bunch of sets to get guys shots. They have to get out of the flow, and that's a young team and an experienced team together. Not being able to do a good enough job, when somebody's that hot, the players on the floor got to find a way to get him shots out of the flow of offense. But that being said, that start obviously was really positive for us. And again, I think the only thing that stopped that run right there was we came in and turned it over. So, it's multiple guys, and we know it. We just got to work on it. The other stuff on the stat sheet we're happy with. We want to take more shots than our opponent. Obviously, that didn't happen. But got a lot of work to do. It's a lot better to do work and go back and watch film after a win.
The history is short right now on this team, only 4 games. But, Coach, they are some shot-blocking fools and rebound very, very well. Love that tight interior defense.
Yeah, it hasn't been known as a strength of our teams. I think it's something that we really wanted to focus on in recruiting and just in practice to get better at. We've had some teams that have rebounded okay, but we need to be a much better rebounding team in the Southland. I think that where we really struggled even the last 2 years. You just go back and look at games that were tight games and we just get crushed on the glass. We're just not getting enough possessions. So hopefully that'll play dividends when we get into Southland play. Just being able to rebound it a little bit better against our, tough opponents.
Did Southern bring anything new to the floor from what y'all expected them to try and do?
No,
so early in the season, there might be a wrinkle.
He's got those guys coached up. They're executing. They're getting the shots where they want to get them. We typically, maybe not in the first couple, but we typically do well against a guy like 22, a driver first. We did a good job of, he went 5 for 15, took more shots than points, and then we didn't put him on the foul line. Put him on the foul line only two possessions and an and one, so one of his makes. So he's 4 for 14, and put him on the foul line twice. That's a really good. He's their best player. He's the blue guy, as we've talked about over the years.
Right.
For us to hone in on and make it tough on him, and to I think we did a pretty good job on him.
All right. So what do you do now? What's the follow-up? Next game up, you're going to take on the national champs, UConn, in their barn.
We'll see how we handle it both ways, right? We been on the losing end. Show up. You got to show up the same way. It's so early in the season. I told those guys we're 10 days in of 130-plus days of the season. So it is such a young season with a bunch of new guys. We got to be sponges and just, take advantage of every day that we have because we're all leading up to December 5th, December 7th for conference, but we're really leading up to January. And how good can we get come Christmas break so that when we come out and have our 18 conference games in the spring, we put our best foot forward.
Coach, do you think the guys they communicated better on the floor tonight than any of the previous three? I mean, it's our house, so some things you would expect to tilt a little in your favor.
Yeah, I think our energy was better because of being at home.
Right.
I think just energy overall. Our guys have done a pretty good job of communicating. I think it's been one of our strengths. We were just in better positions.
Okay.
And I think that goes back to, again, 3 games in 5 days. Not that their legs were gone, but that's just a lot. And we got to come back and practice 3 times and really work on the things we saw consistently for 3 days that weren't where they needed to be. And you got to give a lot of credit to the guys. They absorbed it. And I've got 12 guys over there that can play, that are ready to play, that I think can come in and execute, which is a luxury just to be really healthy right now. We need everyone to stay in because it's a long season. Obviously, we don't want anybody to get hurt, but as everyone keeps getting better, you're going to have stuff along the way, and we got to be able to play. I don't want to go down to 7 guys in the rotation. I want to stay at 9, 10, so we want to be able to have the next man-up mentality as much as we can. All
right. Well, next game up will be those Huskies, not the ones in Houston, and it's going to be a fun trip to go up there and see them.
Yeah, we're going north. Going to Hartford, Connecticut. Me and my wife spent a little time up there. So.
Yeah, take a little jacket with you maybe.
Appreciate the fans were amazing tonight. Students really showed out, the community, the university. Just appreciate the athletic department, all the efforts they put in. It's big for us. We only have 4 home games this fall, and this is the only one really where the school's in session. So it's going to be challenging, but we hope we can get as much support as possible when we play in the field house, and we got to take advantage of home court.
All right, folks. That's going to do it for this one, Coach. Lions up, and we'll see what happens on Tuesday evening in Story, Connecticut. Can't wait.
Yeah, exciting. Thank you, guys.
Folks, thanks a lot, and good night from the field house. Lions win 70-68